What's up, everybody? Rose here on chair 1 with Ruler on chair 2, and today we're having the QP versus
Toxic.
Toxic tonight. Today, this afternoon, it's the same thing.
Right here, right now. Here it is. Coming at
There we go. So how's everybody day? Ruler.
you. We're doing all right, you know. Just came out of a rank game that I shouldn't have won, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes.
Hey, a free win is a free win. Don't discourage it.
Press OJ.
Oh, Jay.
Maybe P as well. There's a lot of buttons. There we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
As we get into the game right away, we see a couple of picks. We see Asilla, Thor, Sobek, Apollo, and God, I haven't had one of these in a while. Jing Tian. There you go. God, who plays that god anymore? Sobek solo, I assuming. Yep.
Yep, that is Sobek solo. Yep.
Minions have
Versus Kokolin, Ganesha, Hachiman, Bastet, and Persephone. You don't see
I do
that
love
every
me
day.
a good Bastet. That is something I love to see. Little niche, but she works.
But Bastet in Conquest?
Yeah. Got a style on him.
Oh, as we see a pause here. But let's talk about like the picks in general. It's not an Apollo jungle, unfortunately. It's
Kind
okay.
of sad, but you gotta live your life, I guess. You know, still get the massive, rotation possibilities with his ultimate, but not quite as much pressure. But they do still have the global ultimate in the Thor. You know, able to gank from pretty far away, so they could rotate pretty far very quickly.
I mean, you do have, double global ult for great rotation, but come on. Just use it for split pushing.
I mean, you're not wrong. Apollo split pushing into, ulting to the fire giant for a fight, pretty strong. Other than that, we
That's
see
not
a
how you can play.
Persephone. When was the last time you saw Persephone in a league game?
Do they ever let that go through in the first place?
Pretty much nobody does. It's really interesting to see, and even when it does get through, most people just don't pick it up. You know, being one of those higher skill cap gods, not everybody's super comfortable on her.
So, other than that, I mean, let's jump straight into it. That tiny trinket, I don't like that.
Yeah, what do you think that's going to turn into? Maybe a soul gem?
Possibly a soul gem, but on a Persephone, when you have her tier 1 flowers, you don't really need lifesteal.
Yeah, definitely. You can, use the sustain from that. But I mean, that could give her a lot of extra burst using those flowers to, stack up soul gem really quickly to get that bonus damage.
I do like the soul gem on Persephone, but just, I don't know, first item?
Yeah, I mean, neither of the mages are building my favorite mage item in the game, Doom Orb, so a little disappointed there.
Doom Orb is such a good item. It provides a lot. I mean, Persephone probably doesn't need it as much as Scylla, but who knows?
I mean, neither of them need it, but how are you going to farm if you're not fast?
Oh, that's simple. You don't. You just step in, you sit in lane.
That sounds kind of lame. That's why you got to get a Giannis or something to really, give you those massive rotations.
Giannis, so boring. Just ult from like half across the map, and I'm just like, oh hey, the party's here.
Oh look, a whole team just for me.
You hate to see it. As we see, just a little bit here and there. Looks like both teams are trying to farm, and oh, 4-man collapse on the Apollo and Apollo and Jing Tian. And Jing Tian does pick up a kill on Ik4. Hey, that is wow, and double kill actually. Not really.
Yeah, they completely turned that around. They said, "Who's collapsing on who? I'm coming for your mid laning."
Well, Hachiman did not rotate. Now it looks like, oh, this is bad. 4-on-1. Ganesha's gonna go down to Apollo, and this is now a double kill on Apollo. 3 for none.
Yeah, and it looks like the Hachi might even be the next target. They are looking for some aggression onto him. However, they look to be spotted out there.
I mean, as much as I love the split push, you need it for rotators up over there as Hachiman.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if the Hachi being there would have turned the fight, but it very well could have.
I mean, you had two people on the front, Hachiman and Ganesh on the back. That was pitch.
Yeah, I mean, you know, looking at it, at least to me, that would be an easy kill for Red, but, you know, everything happens weirdly sometimes.
Might be like that. As we see Hachiman managing to go in with that, but does not connect with the stun. Unfortunate. So overall, it seems as though blue team has like extremely well right now. Apollo's extremely flat. Hopefully Apollo can snowball. As we can see that, we see a shell being pop out, and shell being pop out from the blue side extremely too.
Yeah, and Apollo does manage to get out there. Getting a little greedy though, looking for that purple before he backs. Could cost him, but it looks like Toxic doesn't really recognize that they really need to capitalize on that while he's out of mana and health.
It's warded too. They walked over the ward. Oh, and they're choosing to stay. Oh, as we see Cardi B grabbing a kill on that sword back, or it's gonna regain over there to help.
Yeah, not the best trade, you know, giving a kill to the jungler isn't great, but that does give you a nice solid lead in your lane.
Well, I mean, does junglers have a lane per se?
No, but it gives the Kakolin a lead because he has a kill where the Sovek only has an assist.
Oh, I see. But I mean, even then, he went defensive boots on Kokolin, not warriors.
You know, I love tank boots. I'll say it every time. Crowd control reduction is an amazingly just undervalued stat. It's so massive getting out of, you know, CC 20, even 40% faster. So definitely a great pickup there in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I just don't like crowd control. Yeah, I get it. You walk out CC faster, but then if they chain it on you, there's really no point.
Oh,
It's
there's
still
diminishing
sitting there.
returns when it chains. You with 40% and being bulky, you can get away with a lot more than you think you should be able to.
Oh, maybe it's just you, ruler. I keep dying.
Well, you also play squishy classes. You play hunters, you play mages.
Nah, you haven't seen my solo yet.
I've seen your Hera solo, if that's what you're trying to get at.
Hey, look, people are sleeping on this, and I'm gonna advertise this to the end of my life. Hera everywhere is life.
I mean, it's a 2-on-1 wherever she goes, so it can't be terrible.
Speaking of terrible, I mean, overall, like, no wards from the blue team. Look at all those aggressive wards on red side.
Yeah, Red has done a great job of getting that early ward coverage out there.
Extreme amount of warding and just really great, like, vision control overall.
Yeah, we're also starting to see the leads start to get there in the items, you know. Fast at tier 1 boots compared to warrior boots on Thor. Same with Phila. Hachi just now got his.
Ooh, and the Thor managed to dunk on the Bastet. That was a great engage from Thor. Oh, Apollo gonna finish the Bastet off, maybe? And he does! He dies for this and picks up the kill.
You got to. Why you got the ult, you gotta use it.
Come on, the two people in mid was really low. And he gets away scot-free too, as we see Hachiman was trying to find an invisible ghost.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing, you know, you get in, you're going to out-rotate the Hachi by a ton, so get in, get the kill, get out, nice and easy.
I don't know, man. If it was me, I would have just kept going.
I know, you would have walked through tier 2 tower and been like, why did I die?
No. I would have walked around it and walked through tier 1 tower.
That's not efficient. You gotta really show him who's boss by walking through tier 2 at 5 minutes.
Okay, you're just saying that because you're used to doing that. I'm not tanky. Mr. Warrior Jungler.
It's not about being tanky, it's about, you know, sending a message.
Is it? Is it really?
It is.
Overall, 5-on-1 in favor of Blue right now. But Colin is a lot of damage overall.
Yeah, Cullen definitely a really strong frontliner. I mean, Sobek definitely also, you know, really good frontliner, but he can be a little hard to use properly. You know, sometimes you just pluck the wrong person into the wrong spot where you just say, "Hey, there's an assassin." Throw him right at my mid, and the mid just dies instantly, and you're like, "Oh,
Well,
probably shouldn't have done that."
I know that feeling all too well. Shout out to Dino and Jay.
Shout out to Joe Beck on the camera, even talking about him in his own house.
As we see, Dharmic Pillar is going to be used from Ganesh. Ohm is coming out, silencing out the Thor. Thor is forcing the beat. Bajing Jian, great ult appeal from Thor. Oh, but this is not over. He's going to ult in. Ragnar coming in. Is he going to use it? And he barely missed the Persephone. Doesn't connect. Gardens is coming out from Persephone. And Scylla, I'm a monster, barely missed it here. That one, Flurry. Ooh, great crush from Priscilla. Massive damage coming through. This is 3-on-2 now. Persephone and Ganesh are really low. Flourish is going to be used defensively to escape. And Ganesh is just going to run away scot-free. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade.
That was 1-for-1 or 1-for-2?
I think actually 1-for-2. I'm pretty sure Bested died somewhere.
Yeah, I think she died early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. She's a cat. 9 lives. What matters?
Yeah. And she's already used 3 of them, so she's got to be a little careful there.
Just a bit. But hey, who knows? She might pop off randomly, and we won't know. Just a level difference down. Oh, Scylla almost died in a red buff. So close.
Red buff hurts.
Jing, why? Why did you have to help her? Why?
I've died to red before. I'll be the first to admit it. Red buff do be hitting different.
Look, let's all admit it here. Every mid laner in their life, some way, somehow died to red buff once in their life.
I mean, even blue buff be hitting. They be swinging.
Okay, but come on, blue buff really? I would expect like purple buff or speed camp to kill you.
No, those aren't even threats. Purple, I mean blue, when it gets all of those 4 ghost minions on you, can really stack up the damage quick.
But they're one tap. Just like AoE ability. Bop.
But what if I don't have mana and I'm a greedy jungler that wants farm?
See, that's your fault.
But my timers.
If you have no mana, use your auto, Golden Blade.
Whoa, I'm not one of those people.
Oh, are you just disrespecting the greatest item in the game, Golden Blade?
Maybe I am. Anyway, we're seeing a little bit of differences in the items here. Colin opting for that Stone of Gaia into the Sobek, while Sobek gets a Midgardian Mail. Not really sure how I feel about the Midgardian Mail there. Kind of a weird pickup for that spot.
It's such... I like the item as an ADC player, I hate it. But this early? Yeah, any Mystical Mail, Divine There's the Adani Killer is gonna do something now. I think Bastet is all the way in there with Persephone managing to cage out GCN. And ooh, Thor is gonna fall down too. Bastet. Apollo is gonna rotate over, however, with his chariot. And that is gonna confirm a kill with GH there, killing 4K. Oh, this is so bad for them. Where did Colin go? He was there 2 seconds ago.
He's stealing blue buff. You got to.
You gotta. I mean, Thor's down.
You gotta do solo lane things.
Is it really
like staying over in solo lane things.
I mean, true. But I thought that's a jungler thing, Mr. I'm always at your blue buff.
No, I'm always at your speed buff if you let me play support.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. Obviously, Midgardian is being used just slightly a bit, but you're not getting the most effective out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly I would have preferred even a mystical mail there instead of the Midgardian. Oh,
looks like a Colin is gonna proxy the wave, and that's not gonna be good for Sobek. But both solo laners are allowed to just do this. Thor is gonna rotate over against level 12 for Colin.
That's not a fight that Thor wins.
Oh, Maybe 2v1 now. Can they win this now? Ooh,
Oh, it doesn't
Sobek
even
submerged.
jump the Sobek ult. Could be
Force
dangerous.
him away. Oh, if I said it's gonna rotate over, pounce right in. Door is really low, and the bleed does kill him, and she whips him finally into death. Oh, but Sola's in trouble here with Ohm and Dharma Killer being used in wait, no Dharma Killer. Looks like just Ohm. Oh, now there's a Dharma Killer. Monster is gonna be used. Will she connect it? No! Asbestas picks up the kill on Zilla. That was so close. Jinxian barely. It was too fast for her.
Yeah, that's not the first time she's missed that combo either. Earlier in mid, we saw the Xingtian go for the ult, and they whiffed on that one as well. So that might just be a little bit of a communication problem, or even just they're not used to those dots and what they can do.
And Top is trying to get that gold free, but QP steals the gold fury with Apollo ulting right in. And this is going to be 2 kills on QP side. Red team's on the other hand, really low. Toxic has to run away. And that's 3 for none on the side of QP. Great rotations from Apollo out of nowhere with his ult.
3 for none with a gold fury steal. That is huge. And that puts them at almost a 4,000 gold lead. Right now, I think they're really in the driver's seat here, and we're going to have to see how they use that lead.
No, Apollo, no. I see his items. Don't do it.
Oh, I mean, that works if you're playing jungle and you built trans instead of devos.
Yeah, but the second item, I get it. 20% to yard, more rotation. I don't know, I'm just a real hater of failing. I extremely hate that item unless I'm going crit. And even then, I'm just like, real.
I mean, it's definitely good on him. You know, you use the ult to engage, it gives you the big buff after you land the ultimate, so it can definitely be very effective on Apollo, or any hunter that you're really engaging with the ultimate, you know.
That is true, that is
Apollo, Hachiman. So definitely not a horrible item there, but not the item I would want to see there.
I definitely wanted to see a Kid Scythe, Atlantis, you know, the traditional stuff.
Even an Omo. Silver Branch also early on Apollo still works.
I'm just saying, and I'm only preaching this out, Transcendence.
What's next? You want him to add a Soul Eater too? You know,
Of
not
course!
a triple stack.
Look, it's Devils into Transcendence, into Soul Eaters, into Hide of the Urchin. Quad stack.
Well, I guess you gotta get a Rage too, really get the 5 stack going on.
There we go. And did you count the Blessing as a stack? And Soul? There we go. All the stacks.
I guess you could get Thebes too, Thebes stacks.
Okay. You would have to.
Clicks right there.
You gotta have to ask your support to clear for you, and I don't know about you, but that's gonna be an issue. having a support clear for you, but as an ADC, like, hey, ruler, can you just clear this way for me 50 times?
It's not. How many waves?
50.
It's 50 stacks, but a wave is 6.
6. So what? It's 50 divided by 6. A close round of decimality.
It's like
that's
8.
Approximately 8 to 9 waves.
Yeah, not a ton, but still not great. Now, if you Apollo all over to mid lane to get extra stacks, big brain.
Oh, or you could always just kill every one of them.
Yeah, I mean, kills and assists on kills both give 5 stacks on Thebes, so 10 kills, not that bad.
As we see Ohm being used to silence out 2 people on QP, Sobek plucks Ganesh away, but Xingtian is gonna send him right back over there. That was just a bounce back and forth between the Ganesha.
Yeah, I think we're seeing something very exciting for Rose here.
Look. We're gonna use this joke as a sweet one. I live with it. I live with it.
I know. Is Spook gonna yell at us later? Yes, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Look, unless someone stops me, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna keep going. Obviously, Apollo is gonna probably answer that Hachiman, and that's so unfortunate. Don't do it, Apollo. Don't do it. No.
Oh, stop! That gets.
Ooh, beats, and Hajime is being forced to use his ult. He does get away scot-free, because that is very fast, but Paul is on the chase. Stupid agent trying to get that file over there. Come on, run away! Wait, Xingqian, where are you going? Where are you going?
He's
Oh,
doing
Thorn's gonna confirm that. Oh, Buster Kappa does confirm the kill, making sure that Hachiman falls down. Dharma Killer is going to be used on Ganesh to try to run away. Great Shinki and all, throwing them back into Bastet. It's just going to pounce away.
Yeah, that was quite a few ults popped there. That
3.
Was Thor ult, Xingqian ult, Ganesha ult, Bastet ult when she went in immediately on the Apollo.
Technically Apollo ult if you count him just rotating, and Ganesha is going to fall down as I'm a monster is going to use B-pop and use on nothing.
Come on, she showed that piece of ground with the who's the boss.
I mean, you could have just used it for the 25% movement speed buff, I guess. No. But the QP is going for the gold three this time. Come on, red team, steal it like they did it to you. Revenge steal. And Oni Fury is gonna come down. That's just gonna apply more pressure to QP.
Yeah, and QP is just, slowly but steadily increasing that gold lead, and we're up to, almost to 6,000, so definitely getting up there. And they've, been winning the fights to say, hey, look, we have the lead and we're working with it, but we have to see how this continues to go.
So we'll have to give props to Toxic though. I mean, what? 9 kills down, and that's only like a 7k difference. I kind of expect a 10k, 15k difference. So it goes to show that Toxic is farming.
Yeah, I think that just comes to the fact that they haven't lost any tier 2 towers yet. They still even have one tier 1 over in solo, so there's a lot of standing gold on the map for QP if they get aggressive enough to start looking for it.
Oh, as we see a little action over here on the solo lane, Ganesha and it looks like Bastet is trying to dive their soul back, but Thor is just there to watch his dive. Ooh, really poked out Bastet, 50% HP.
Yeah, and this looks like it could be a good rotation. Looks like the whole team is really focusing on this right lane. However, Sobek is backing. It looks like they were looking to get pressure on that Pyromancer, maybe even the Fire Giant, but getting a little split decision.
Now, I don't know about you, but Sobek bought Contagion and a Tyrannical Helm.
That's an interesting choice for the Contagion there. I mean, there's just not that much healing on the other team. There's Lifesteal on Persephone and Hachi, but we see a pretty big fight here.
Yeah, Xingqian does use grabbing the elephant right in, but it looks like Poland is all the way in the back line, getting the Apollo in trouble, and Amumaster is going to be used and does confirm huge damage on Mazmune, but he is going to use the passive to try to do a little tick damage. And the burn damage from Xingqian 1. That got hurt.
They just popped a frenzy on a tower that they couldn't damage. That tier 1 was still up. They popped a frenzy and started autoing the tier 2. That's an interesting call there. You could even call it a questionable play.
No, please. Now we're really
One a game. It's the team. It's questionable plays that made the questionable play. I'm allowed one. You can't take that away from me.
You're gonna make that angry again.
What's he gonna do? Ban me from casting?
Ruler did it. I couldn't stop him. Just
You didn't want to.
I know I couldn't. Overall, I mean, was it upgraded frenzy? No, it was base frenzy. So they were gonna get a lot of value out of that. And actually no value at all, because default frenzy doesn't give you that penetration structure.
It gives you attack speed though.
Oh wait, it does. Including objective. So what does? Oh, it just gives you 10.
Yeah, it gives you an extra 15 flat then.
Lame. As we see a little skirmish over here, once again, Sobek is submerged in the water, trying to peel away for Buster Kappa. Really low. Ganesha barely misses, but wow, that's a lot of damage from Ganesha.
Yeah, finds the kill there, and right now questionable plays is on the on the backstep on this fight here. 4 on 4
Apollo
with Hachi still in
extremely
left
low.
lane.
Hachi, where are you? Clean up.
He's dropping friendly red. It's important.
Friendly red as we see Bastet. Oh, blinking over trying to get the kill, and it does. Colin will confirm the kill on Apollo. Scylla's in trouble here with half HP, and looks like Sobek is trying to peel over here. Ganesha and Colin is chasing down that Scylla. And Jinkian is coming over to try to do it. Thorn was popped from Colin. Colin is going to jump in. Scylla has to use the Sentinel to dash away, and she's going to go out with a quarter of a health. Persephone does have ult. Oh, she does not. Never mind. I was going to say, she could try to ult that Scylla.
Not far, but not quite there. As Roger Dabbit goes all the way from friendly red to solo tier 1. No fighting in between.
He did drop the red. He did drop the red. No, the Persephone is doing it now.
He didn't even drop the red. Oh, that was an interesting rotation for sure. Definitely some weird pathing there.
I mean, I can't complain much. I do the same thing.
No, you would never go to solo lane.
No, I will once I finish my job in Black Lake Phoenix.
Yeah, I guess, you finish down the Phoenix and then you go to the Fire Giant.
No. You ignore the Fire Giant. And you're like, all right, next Phoenix. See, that's how you do it, Ruler. The right way.
I mean, it might not be a bad idea there. I've seen it work, unfortunately.
I mean, it does help his team. I mean, it was 7K gold difference. Now it's only 4K. A lot of money is being poured into this Hachiman there, and sooner or later he'll be online. So you have to analyze his mode and Apollo can side. As you see, Sobek is gonna pump get Ganesh right into his team. Unfortunately, it's not the assassin we were all hoping for. Plus the castle will go down to X4K. And QT does confirm the Primal Fury. Ganesh did use Garment Pillar to try to secure that. But they do have a Scylla, who did not ult for that. And I think that was just a crush. I confirmed it.
No, you can't be afraid. You just gotta use the auto to secure. What are they gonna do? Steal it? In their dreams, maybe.
If you're not stealing Fire Giant with Jing Tian auto, just nothing else, his auto. You're not doing it right.
You see, I'm always a fan of the Nem 2 stealing.
See, but it has to honestly, high res, if they gave the reflect on minions too, just stealing the root with a 3. And then Fire Giant walks up.
Steal it with the 3, run into a Phoenix, give it some reflect damage.
Okay, that's too much. Then I have to play them carries. We don't want to see that. After Jing Tian is in trouble here, getting caught out by the Bastet, Colin, and Ganesha. But he is gonna live with a quarter of his HP. And that's gonna be Pyromancer for the red team, please. Yes? Oh, they are pulling it. Yeah, they're doing it. Well, they secure this versus Attila. No, they're just gonna drop it. They're just gonna do a little Fire Giant dance, Pyromancer dance.
Kind of give it away to a very low health Xing Qian. I think they really could have taken that fight looking at those health bars, but...
I mean, you also have Persephone plants just going around. There's not a lot of penalty.
Yeah.
That's just why Persephone's so good. Like, you place down all your plant in one side, and they're on that side. What are they gonna do? Walk at you?
No. I'm certainly not walking at a Persephone with plants.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, Ruler, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm still sure. I give Persephone more respect than she deserves, unfortunately.
Unlucky, Mr. I always run at someone.
Yeah, but she just kind of jumps away. She's just not worth my time. I want to get somebody that actually wants to fight me.
So, a Scylla that has an escape, and you still go in, but a Persephone that just jumps a teeny tiny bit, and you're like, well, I'm out.
Yeah, she's like floaty. I don't want to fight her.
Bruh. Not a lot of happening. Looks like questionable play is trying to set up that Fire Giant over there. 16 to 8, 8 kills down, and that's not a big gold difference. Actually, nope, never mind. I'm almost 9k gold difference now.
Yeah, not terrible, not like insurmountable though. I mean, by now this really should have been a 10 or 15,000 gold lead with the way they were playing in the early game. So
Yeah, great
definitely,
job on Toxic, just farming it out.
yeah, they're keeping it from really skyrocketing. Doing a great job there, just keeping this match into the late game where they can hopefully turn it around.
Now, I don't know a lot about support builds, but I think I saw a hardboard emulate on Ganesha. Any thoughts on that, Ruler?
It's not bad. I mean, you know, if you're not entirely sure what you're building on supports, building defense auras is 100% a good option.
As we see, a good option was to pick up Godzilla too. She was out of position, and Hachiman and Bastet managing to pick up her. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, followed by a Prid wins now, and that looks like a mantle of
Magi.
this?
That's a Magi. That's the only thing that builds in is Magi.
Really, as we see Thor ulting in. Ooh, missing on the board. That's his third one, and still counting. Looks like the next shell is going to be popped here, and Hachiman in trouble. Submerge, and he's going to use his ult to run away. Cocolin's all the way in there, damage kill on Thor. But Apollo using his ult to catch out the very low Persephone. But this is going to get him killed as H4 hit picks up the kill on Apollo. Now it's going to be a 3-on-2 with only 2 tanks left. Oh, looks like Jintian and Zolbeck's in trouble here. Bastet's all the way in there trying to shred out the Solbeck. Solbeck does bleed to his death. That's a fresh cross. And this could be GTS. Free armor! Free armor! Get it! Get it! So close! Oh! And there we go. Triple kill for X4 on the Bastet. Was 0-3, 7-6, 3 lives left.
Yeah, definitely. Toxic has just been doing a great job in this late game. They really kind of came together, figured out how questionable plays was playing, and have really, you know, done a great job in trying to counter that.
Overall, great defense from Toxic, and it looks like Scylla was trying to steal the Fire Giant, but so early as he got pulled out to Cocola and Bastet. And that's a free Fire Giant for Toxic, unless Thor.
Oh my god!
Yeah, oh.
That was an amazing disengage there, making sure the Thor couldn't ult there. That was incredible. I didn't even notice he was coming in, but they sure did.
Oh, that was so close. He had ult. He was about to do it. He should have. He should have did it. So close.
He tried.
He tried.
They just saw him out and they said, "Okay, we're just gonna give it enough health to live through it. We don't care."
Overall, it looks like both teams are just trying their best to just end the game with like Fire Giant now, and that just means Toxic has to run down. 3 towers are still up though. 3 towers are still up.
3 towers are up on both sides though, so no real difference there.
Yeah, but like left lane tower is just super low. Plus they have FG, so they can run it down, and everyone has FG.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely in a pretty good spot to fight. I mean, they're down a little bit of gold, but it's not that severe anymore. Everybody's starting to come online.
Oh no. Oh. So close.
Magi's on Ganesh. Oh. I don't think Jay liked that pick either. A little disappointed.
It's okay, it's not QP. You can't yell at them. Oh, as we see Scylla picking up a kill on Maz Mune on Persephone. Choosing not to die and get the extra gold, he will use his passive to stand it?
Yep.
It looks like Apollo is going to get the kill on X4 too, and looks like Toxic turns it around, picking up 2 people with Fire Giant, making it 3 people left, and pick up the Pyromancer. Colin Hachiman has to back. Jintian might catch him out. No, he won't.
Yeah, and while that was happening, they did manage to take down that left tier too, but that's not a really good trade for them. They just kind of looked to maybe split push, but just did it poorly. They had all of them group on that right side before they were really in position.
Ooh, Dharmic Pillar does come out. Ooh, but does not secure it. That was so close connection. The not Pyromancer. Primal Fury actually did walk towards Dharmic Pillar too.
It did. It walked right through him. It was definitely a good Dharmic Pillars there.
So close. Alright, now let's reel it back and position this to some builds right here. We see Sobek carrying that ethereal staff? Is
I
that
like it.
what it's called?
Yeah, that's ethereal staff. It's a good item. A little bit of power, health, crowd control reduction, and its passive is also great on tanks. So definitely, I would say a good item in the solo lane.
Wait, that's broken! You steal stuff?
Yeah, you're a thief, dirty thief. It's
Wow.
perfect.
Maybe I might pick that up.
It's only a magical item, so you could pick it up on Freya or Hera solo. Possibilities are endless.
Ooh. 5-man Argus, I just have huge tanky ult now. Let's go! As we see Thor opting in for a full squishy one-shot build with that. Oh, I don't know about that. What about you, Mr. Jungler?
I mean, I think Thor works really well with defense. I know there's plenty of people at higher levels that would definitely disagree and say that full damage is better, but I mean, it doesn't work for me.
As we see a Bastet jumping in and picking up the kill on the Thor with no defense. That's going to kill him instantly fast. Starming Pillar is going to be used to try to cut off their escape route. Sobek and Ganesh, oh no, Ganesh really low. And Jinkian is going to use his ult to try to whirlwind him out. Ooh, Gridwood does proc and Mantle Discord, but that's just going to make him die right away. Looks like Silas in trouble here. Colin is going to dive that and manage to pick up the kill. This could be game. This is game. Looks like Sobek is on his last leg, and that's 5 people down. Oh wait, not 5. Apollo's still alive.
Apollo just spawning. He's not 100% sure what to do, but it looks like they are just going to run it down into this mid Phoenix, and they could go for an end here. They have the timers.
I mean, Apollo's up. He's fed. I believe.
I mean, he's fed, but what does he do if a Cullen runs at him, you know?
Shoot him! Oh, the ult is going to be used. And it looks like they are trying to keep that Apollo. Apollo is going to be trying it. Shell is going to be popped, and Dorman's kill is dead. Apollo pick up a kill on the Colin. There goes the front line. Double kill. But the Titan is going to get confirmed because Hashi makes the shoot.
Yeah, unfortunately, they took out both tanks when trying to defend that, and you have to take out that ADC. He's going to be doing the most damage to it. So game 1 is going to go to Toxic, and I would say that's just because they started winning those team fights at the end.
Great play from Toxic. I mean, so far behind, but like great teamwork, great team fights, bringing them back slightly back into the game. And just because of like small mistakes, getting caught off and everything, they made it into something.
Yeah, so we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back with game 2 in a minute.
Yep. And we are back after our short little break as we see a Cupid being locked in, and looks like Hachiman is going to do a rerun. Huh.
Yeah, it does certainly look like a rerun, picking up the Hachi and Ganesha again.
And
Hernandez?
and
Yeah.
still, oh my god, this is game 1 all over again.
Bans out the Apollo, but goes to the Cupid and says, we're just going to run it back.
I mean, respect, man. That Apollo was 10-2. Was 10-2.
Yeah, we do see the Nuwa here instead of the Persephone. Persephone was still open, so might be a little bit more of a comfort pick there.
I mean, last game, Persephone didn't look too hot. She kept dying because, what's that thing? Oh, Bastet just kept jumping in. Oh, no, not Bastet, Thor.
Yeah, and we see the
Oh,
Thor.
there, speaking of the devil, Thor. 3 run it back with 2 so far. This is an interesting draft. I mean, you have a huge team fight with Gamba ult on top of Cupid ult, on top of Scylla ult, on top of Sobek ult. Thor's just there.
Yeah, I
And
mean, definitely a lot of team fight there.
okay. Is this game 2? Are we sure this is game 2?
There's a couple of different picks on the map, but it's a very similar draft here.
I mean, is it really different when you could just say they just reskinned Apollo and reskinned Persephone?
I mean, What else changed? Geb changed from a Zing. The Fenrir was
A
somebody
cat.
Bastet. There
I
we go.
said, yeah.
Yep.
Again, reskin Bastet.
No. It's a better Bastet because there's 2 jumps now.
Oh, one short distance now. Overall, I like this pick. I like blue team side pick overall. When you have the Cupid, Scylla, I always am a huge fan of Scylla, just not that skin. Actually, no, I prefer that skin over the Seawater one.
There's a lot of different opinions on Scylla skins. A lot of people really are ride or die with their one skin, and all the other ones are just bad. So
Look,
hard
the
to say.
Dragon one is okay. I'm not against it, but I'm looking at you, Dino. Seawater, Scylla, you too, Spooky.
Terror of the Deep.
Seawater,
There
no,
it is.
no,
Terror of the
that
Deep.
should be banned. I
Terror of the Deep.
No, but can we get a banned skin? Can we just ban that? Just unban.
I guess
God.
I guess the new one is pretty cool too. The like
Oh yeah,
steampunk looking one. I like that one.
the cyberwork one. Yeah. I mean, I think that's banned, isn't it? No. The new skin came out. Yeah. So we can play it now. Scylla ADC. Scylla ADC.
I'm waiting to see it. Bring it out in a league game.
All right. So we're waiting for Joe back to fix this because I'm seeing in the let's see. So that's a Thor solo against a Kokolin solo. That's a Scylla jungle against a Ganesh jungle. What? I'm reading it based on the bar. Soul back mid versus Fenrir mid.
Jay's taking his time. You can't expect too much from him.
Look, that would have been a spicy matchup. I got money on Fenrir winning that mid lane though.
Fenrir is pretty scary, but Scylla is able to get out of the brutalized, so if they play it well, it won't be too much of an issue there.
Look. Scylla versus Fenrir. Who's gonna win? A dog or a little girl?
I think I know how that works in real life and the game.
Jolt through As we see, it looks like. Oh, continue.
Scylla doesn't have that bad of a matchup into Fenrir. She can stop the brutalize with the Sikkim. It's extremely easy to hit because he's going to be on top of you.
Yeah, but can you
Not
react
the
fast
worst.
enough before he bites you? I mean, it's also a good thing on Scylla because if he goes in, that's a free I'm a monster right there. Just stay
Hey,
still.
Free Sikkim crushed.
Nah, you got a style on there. Just whip out the I'm a monster.
You don't have to do it to him. I mean, you can, but you don't have to.
Ruler, you kept saying this, but I do it every time.
I know.
As we see, Kokolin is extremely aggressive, just like last game. Throwback is really low, and this could be a kill almost. He's just not respecting the Kokolin.
Yeah, there's a reason why we saw Kokolin at grand finals for the SWC, and that is it. He is just amazing in that lane if he can properly use his rage form.
As we see 4 people being sent for Oracle, 4 on 4, Oracle fights coming in. As we see, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Thor. Just a little skirmish, but 4 people for Oracle. 4
And
people.
QP does manage to get the oracles. That's a big objective, I know.
Oh,
Almost
the
as good
Reap
as the
pause,
Gold Fury.
unpause. Oh,
Oh, the Reap special. Pause, unpause, pause.
oh,
Unpause? Pause?
pause.
Again?
Another
Uno
unpause.
mas?
Aw, that's it. Only 3 unpauses.
Looks like we do manage to finally keep the game paused.
As we see, oh, it looks like some controller deficiency. All right, who did it? Who's playing on console? Who is it? Is
I
it
know
you? Is it you?
I know that Mazmoon plays on controller.
Oh, GA Seraph? No, wait, is it Mazmune?
Could be somebody. I'm not 100% sure here.
As we wait for the technical difficulty to finish, let's look at some of the builds. Shell, beads, Blink and beads on Thor. Not Blink on Thor, beads on Thor.
I prefer beads on Thor.
Right now.
Yeah.
Against, oh, I get it, the Fenrir, but can't you just ult his ult?
I mean, you can, but you're still going to take a bunch of damage from it. As well as, the nuanced on pretty annoying But you already have two good engages. You have the hammer and you have the ult. So if you're really, you know, not able to engage well with those, you are gonna have a little bit more trouble than just a blink is gonna solve.
So, what are your thoughts on the new that might be a Doom Orb brush versus the Scylla Spear of Deathsoul, Spear of Magus, or Divine Rune?
I like Doom Orb. I like Mage Go Fast.
Just play raw. God, same thing.
Raw with Doom Orb. It's that easy.
Poseidon, raw. Who else? Who else can go fast? Giannis?
Yeah, he can throw the little crack on the ground to get a little move speed bonus.
I don't know about you. I prefer triple stacking on mages.
I don't think that's enough stacking.
Yeah, right. Quad stack. Okay, hold on. So yeah, Book of Thaw, Warlock Staff, starting item, Hide of the Urchin, Thebes.
I mean, technically, Doom Orb stacks. You get up to 6. Don't
Okay,
look.
okay. Jay, the
Rose is
moment
giving out my secret arena builds. It's how I play Cerberus in Arena. I start off with Thoth, and I just continue to build stacking items, and it
look,
just works. It just
look,
works.
Conquest is arena, just bigger.
Yes.
As I
Looks
see it,
like we are back to moving. People not sure where they're going.
it's arena. Just go to whatever. It'll work out eventually.
Just go to the enemy.
Just go walk. It'll work 1 out of 10 times.
It depends on how you walk at them. I tend to get 9 out of 10 on my walks.
Look. If you get him 9 out of 10, you're hacking. I gotta report you, man.
Reported for being an above average player. I understand. But what if I
Alright.
reported you for being above average?
Me? An above average player? Oh, can you imagine what happens if I am?
Yeah, I know. Imagine somebody with map awareness that isn't just split pushing.
Hey, look. You keep hating on it. Jay, you too. I'm looking at you. But one of these days, you haven't beaten it.
We'll get there.
Eventually.
Get that right, Jay. Next season when we're on the same team and we just ban Rose from ADC, we'll beat the split push that way.
I'll do that in mid lane. Give me soul. Give me soul. I'll still do it. I'll find a way in jungle too.
That's why I was surprised that you didn't play old Loki, because he used to be really good at split pushing. You throw the decoy in there, it takes the tower shots for you, and you just plink, plink, plink away.
I hate assassins with a passion. I cannot stand. As a mid and ADC player, it hurts. It gives me flashback. I'm just like, why am I playing the thing that kills me?
Yeah, but what's worse? Assassins or warriors?
You can make a huge argument, Mr. I build assassins like warriors.
And warriors like assassins. Sick, come on, I play one whole full offense assassin. And I don't think I'll be seeing it for the rest of the season.
You play one real assassin, that was it. Rulers 2020 assassin career.
They let me play it again. We'll see that pretty soon. We'll get restreamed hopefully today. Probably not.
Probably not. As we see, oh, it looks like Fenrir is going to go for that gank on the dual lane, and this could be the first blood of the game. Ganesha and Cupid did hit level 5. Thor does spot out Fenrir, walking him up. You will have to jump in. Brutalize coming out. Gab is going to use ult to stun away the Fenrir. And they're just going to walk away. Cupid did have ult up. That could have been a kill.
Well, it could have been a little risky there. I mean, Geb was on the worst end of that. I think if they really tried to stay and fight that, they could have blundered that away.
I don't know about you, but I'm willing to just give up my support for a triple kill any day. I will yell at you to die for me.
But you see, I would do the opposite. I'll trade my ADC for my support getting 3 kills any day.
I'll still take that. I'll get a kill before I die. Let's go. Oh, it looks like I'm a monster. It's gonna come out. Brutalize is gonna be used straight into the I'm a monster. And I'm a monster does connect twice. Thor does use his ult to connect with the new wall, and AC is gonna be a dead.
Yeah, you were talking about the ulting the ground when he goes for the brutalize, and we did in fact see it.
Friendly. Why? He could have walked away, had a family. He kind of died.
I like it, you know, forcing the Thor to get in there, do some tower damage. That's efficiency right there.
It's not efficient enough. Look, if you're not dying for a tower, you're doing it wrong.
You know, not everybody can be a little crazy like you. It's not a little. It's not a little. It's a lot.
There's a fine line between everyone and just Rose. The line's just too big.
Some people just can't handle it, and that's alright.
Look, next season, when the map gets bigger, maybe I'll fall off. I mean, now I gotta walk further. But then they add a new item, and we just jump in. Oh man, to move these Ragnar, grab away. Sobek is gonna submerge in water. That's not gonna give up. As Capola angriness is just gonna kill him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the new map might be a little bit bigger, but it's also gonna take them longer to stop you split push. So.
Okay. On one hand, I can go all the way. On the other hand, it takes longer. Maybe Apollo's just gonna be meta next season.
I think everybody with globals is gonna be super meta next season. Cherno, Apollo, Thor, Rat. I think it's gonna be a global meta.
If that's the case, I'm hearing Rat ADC.
I think there's still, you know, 2 hunters that I named, but
No. That's too easy. You gotta make it harder on yourself.
all right, I got it. Athena ADC. She's got a global.
Technically speaking, she does. Technically speaking.
I mean, it's more global than Rat. It's got a longer range.
It's true, but can't you say the same thing with what's the name? Neath? Technically a global.
Yeah, it hits all the way across the map. And if you build full damage, it hits like a truck.
No, it doesn't. Just use Aegis. No, wait. I don't build that.
Who would build Aegis when you could get teleport?
As we see, Nuwa does teleport away with her fog, and she's gonna get out scot-free. Brutalize is gonna come in, jump straight into, or it's really low. Gambit's gonna come in and just push away from Fenrir. And Shell's gonna be popped, but not needed, as Nuwa ult tickles them all.
Yeah, Nuwa without items just doesn't do anything with that whole early game, so definitely a little panic shell there, but not exactly necessary.
I mean, everybody just has flashback of Nuwa. You just hear the ding, and you see your health bar.
Yeah, you're running, you're thinking, finally I got out, I Aegis'd in that fight, and boop! Hit you in the head.
An ally has been slain. Double kill.
I'm still waiting on a pentakill from Nuwa Ultimate. That'd be the truest test of skill.
Oh my god. If someone just gets a pentakill on Nuwa, I'm uninstalling the game. My god. As we see Thor jumping in. Ooh, very low Nuwa. 1 HP. Man, forcing out the beads on Nuwa. She's just gonna walk away. Oh, no Apollo this time. Apollo would have done it.
Apollo would have. If I was Geb, I probably would have, but, you know, it's not me.
Really? Do you even play Mr. Cerberus only?
Hey, I play Guan too. You know, if you just think of a support that has tick damage, it's me.
Technically all supports, if you build like the certain kingdom. As we see, Scylla does pick up a kill in mid lane with I'm a Monster, and that's just gonna converge a 4v5 now. Could be a free pyro measure. It just spawned. Gold Fury is also up, but it looks like Fenrir and Thor is gonna gank the solo lane instead, passing each other?
Just hanging out. Fenrir not sure if he wants to get too aggressive on the other side of the map.
Oh, Soulback is low. It looks like it's gonna be another jump. Ragnarok is gonna be used, and that's gonna cure the kill instead. Must be tasty for the Fenrir.
Yeah, it did look like a nice, healthy meal going right into his wallet with that XP and gold.
300 gold for free. Well, actually, no, it was split. Caller was there, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. But that gives Kakoan a big lead now, 2 levels up.
And the tower is finally down. First blood of the game.
Another thing we see here is Sobek does not have boots yet.
Well, speaking of boots, he has them now. So, you're wrong.
Those are shoes. I don't see any boots there.
Look, they're the same. You just put some paint on them and say, oh, that's it. Let's see, so it's gonna go in. Game over. It's gonna be used. Other monster does not connect. A bit over. And Crush does manage to chunk a lot of it out as Buster Kappa finishes the kill on Mazmune again, once again. Looks like Nuwa is just pushing up way too far with Ganesha. If you can see. Allocated forward is running at.
Cohen whiffs the ult there, but just gonna be able to disengage there, get him off the Ganesha there, and they're just gonna go ahead and reset. Now, just looking at the scoreboard real quick, we see Toxic down 2 kills, but actually up about 1,500 gold.
That is. What?
Interesting, very interesting.
No, I like the term. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Like 2 kills down. That's what 600 gold. A couple of XP from like the solo farm, and you're telling me Toxic is just still ahead? That's a red flag. If I haven't seen one for Team TP right now. I mean, they're getting a lot of kills, but they're not doing anything with it. It's just like again, arena with extra steps.
Yeah, and Toxic is playing just a little bit more of that conquest, looking for that extra farm and, you know, making sure that they're farming more efficiently than questionable plays here.
I mean, I'm a monster being forced out. Blue Lights is going to be used, but it will not connect because he's afraid of getting I'm a monster once again. As we see, it looks like, ooh, Darwin Killer is going to be used out. Oh, Fenrir should have kept that Thor inside the Darwin Killer. Walking on the tower, really low. Again, coming in, oh, the shell to save the Thor. It looks like that is going to keep the Thor alive long enough, which is walk away Scott.
Thor beats there. That's why he got away.
Well, I mean, Gab shield. Gab shield. That's just beats on beats. Oh, is it a beat or a cleanse? Who knows? I would see Scylla is going to be using beats this time to run away. Well, oh, it's going to be used. Will that confirm the Scylla? No. Again, Soulback is going to be all the way in. Soulback is going to use the ult after coming back from being low. And that's going to be a double kill on the Thor. Triple. Oh, wait. Double kill now.
There's a Kakoan though. He's running.
Well, Kakolan's going to run at them. Thor is extremely low once again, and he's not going to continue the chase. Technically a triple kill. That was a oh, wait. Maybe a quad? No, that's fine. Double for Toxic now? Oh, Kakolan's in trouble here. I'm a monster is going to be used, but Kakolan is going to shove himself out there. Great plays overall. I mean, Scylla, Thor, extremely low, managing to recall, come back, and doing a lot of presence. And picking up 3 kills.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good 1 for 3 for questionable plays. I mean, Toxic looked like they had a ton of pressure there, but they just overextended, stayed a little bit too close to their side, and end up getting punished for it.
While that was happening, over here in the solo lane, 2 people are just farming it out.
You got to. You don't leave lane. Why would I help my team fight when I could get more farm?
Facts! So true. It's so true. But as we see over here, it looks like Cupid and Hachiman are building weird. I mean, okay, so the Atalantis bull is the typical. So again, a failed on Cupid. That's gonna be Ragnarok. It's gonna be used to grab that. Stormic Pill is gonna be coming out to try to secure that, but that wasn't enough. Ooh, Fender extremely low from Scylla. And that's just it for that fight.
Yeah, everybody's just gonna walk away with their wounds. Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I know what I did.
He's not. Well, I mean, you say that, but he went for bat camps instead. Could have gotten killed. Could have gotten
No.
killed.
He's got lifesteal in his kit. He's fine.
I mean, oh yeah, it is a heartbeat. If he tried to solo red though, that had to be a kill.
No. If he pops the 2, he out heals it.
No. I mean, the animation just takes too long. He was so low.
Yeah, you pop the 2 before you go in, and then you just start autoing.
Oh, it looks like Thor is up in the sky. And he's gonna try to go in. Looks like he does. He drops in on the Hachiman. Hachiman is gonna try to dash out. Home is gonna be used. Hachiman is gonna use his ult and managing to fire it back right into the Thor bullseye. I mean, Monster was gonna be used, and that just doesn't connect with anyone. And while it's gonna use the ult to scout out some damage. Looks like Fender and Nicola is gonna die. That's still an Aegis is gonna be used. Oh, great play from the soul back to Scylla. Great block! Huge deal! Scylla lives! But Kakolan is gonna die at that, and that's just not gonna be enough. 1 for 1, both solo lanes are kill. Ooh, that was a great play from Soulback, but that's not gonna be enough. It looks like 2 people are gonna go and try to kill that Soulback now. Shell's gonna be popped from Gab, and that's Soulback's gonna keep going. Soulback wants it. He's in there. Even though with a quarter of HP, he doesn't care.
Cullen feels the same way. He's just gonna keep running at him. You want to fight? I'm fighting. It's my job. I'm the man that hits people.
And that's it. Is it finally? Is it over? It is over. That's it, everybody. That's the end of the tanky fight.
Gotta throw that damage out there. Doesn't have to kill people. You just gotta, inflate those damage numbers.
Inflate those damage numbers. It's just a big collusion to get better stat.
Yeah, they're colluding to mess up the stats, going for that best damage.
I mean, it could be a collusion. Look at that Kakola damage.
Yeah, that is just a lot of damage. He's been pulling more than his fair share of work in this fight.
More than a fair share? I mean, what is that? 35k? Scylla is like, what, 60?
That's maybe 15, not 35, I don't know. Stream a little bit wonky.
No, that has to be 35.
It can't be 35. He can't do that much damage.
Are you sure?
It's 11,000.
Unfortunate. Would have been amazing if that was 35. I would have been laughing.
Would have been 17 times more than the Cupid at this point. So I think that's just a little out of reach.
I mean, Cupid on the other hand has been doing nothing but farming. I mean, poking out the Hachiman. Cupid, what are you doing? As we see him flutter right into the Fenrir. Fenrir having to force beads and jump out. Looks like Cupid did manage to use his ult, and the heart bomb did connect.
Yeah, Cupid just gonna keep farming. Not gonna leave lane. The roast spec.
4 people on soul right there. A fight is happening, and looks like they're not gonna try to rotate over. Cupid is still farming. He's not doing anything.
Is he just freezing wave over there? I'm so confused because he's not even attacking.
That is true. What was? Oh, he's finally doing it. He's rotating.
He's thinking about it. No. Maybe the red buff instead. Gonna look at the back of this fight, think about engaging, and just decide not to. Interesting calls here. Interesting calls. So we see Toxic on the offensive again. Looking to push this into the mid lane, seeing that the Cupid just really doesn't seem like he wants to engage. Other than that, nothing too crazy here. A little bit of lower health bars from questionable plays there. Sobek is significantly low, so he's gonna go ahead and back here. No, he goes for the block and is able to get that Fenrir right to his death.
Ooh,
That was a
that
big
is
play there.
such a great pluck from Solbeck. Let's see. Man Hernandez showing what he could do, landing the plus 7.
Yeah, those plucks have been big. He's really been, using that Sobek pretty well. Always a little afraid when you see the Sobek, Are they going to pluck the right people at the right time? But he's been doing a pretty good job of that.
Maybe last game wasn't a great showcase for him.
Kinda, sorta. He's got more kill participation, so it's got something going for him.
Looks like there's just gonna be a Gold Fury dance right around here. Not a lot is gonna happen. Looks like both teammates just gonna stare at each other out, waiting for the spot. And Solback is gonna finally come and rotate after recalling. Ooh, yeah, that is gonna in there, opening out the Gap. And Gap is gonna use his ult. He feels a lot. It's gonna use Cupid. That's a huge combo back and forth. Ooh, Fenrir is gonna go down. And that's just a great kill from Red side. Red is gonna take this to them. Two people down, one only Ganesh ball down. Soulback is really low. Ragnarok is gonna be used, bringing it back straight to the new wall. That's not gonna be good. He almost died.
Gives him the freest of plucks. And Scylla Cupid just instantly drops to the combo of Fenrir and Cohen.
Scylla is still alive. Waves is there. That almost cost New Wall life. If that was damaged so bad, that should have been a dead wall.
There's nobody that plays damage Sobek except for maybe me. So
I mean, Jobek. Did you build damage?
I don't think he has the stones.
Shake your head. Tell us the way. Oh, he said no.
So no.
Alright, Ruler, get the only damage.
I'll play anybody. I don't care. If you want full damage, get it. I'll do it. If you want full tank Naja, I'm here. I'll do anything. Crazy.
Anything you say. Next season, full tank Freya.
All right.
In the jungle.
Full tank Freya support. Ah, not in the jungle.
As we finally hear from Joel back, y'all can't hear him. He only builds the Divine Blue, which isn't a full damage item. Item nevertheless.
It's power and pen.
I hate the item. It doesn't give me what I really want. 160 power. 90 power.
145, pretty nice. 130. You gotta get those big numbers.
Who needs anti-heal? You could stack 40% on it on top of Soulback 50%. That's not. Who needs that 90%? Real people just kill them.
Yeah. You don't need anti-heal if you just insta-kill them with high damage, so. Definitely two trains of thought there.
I live by this quote. The greatest peel of them all is death.
Oh, best CC in the game. Putting him right back in the timeout zone.
Don't you just love it when all you see is a gray screen?
It's pretty nice, not gonna lie. I love watching the gray screen.
As we see, it looks like Zilla turn almost getting the gray screen. Oh, actually, that's Thor. Thor turns to get the gray screen. Looks like Hachiman is gonna be there. Ooh, great timing on the crush, catching him mid. Oh, he's just gonna be pop up from Zilla. It looks like Ragnarok was used. Yep. And Ganesha is gonna dash in. This could have been his death. He no longer has dash. Great. Oh, does not connect with anyone at all. Zilla, what are you doing?
He's throwing him out there. It was a zoning ult.
Oh, zoning. Great. Oh,
yeah.
Zilla. 10 out of 10.
Gotta make sure that they aren't coming from that side of the wall,
I wish Smite just gives me auto aim. They give it to Xbox. Why can't I have it on PC?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some console players on ADC, and oh boy, it does not give them auto aim.
I mean, what's the difference? I can't hit mine either.
You're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
Look, if Thor can land those ult on PC, why can't I land them on console? As we see when they transition into the Dark Pillar, and right ult from Cupid using the bug trying to peel that away. I'm a monster is gonna come out. Does connect this time, but not a lot of damage on that component. Almost gonna use silence. You can't silence auto. You just can't.
You can't stop it unless you got an upgraded shell. And they're the wrong team for that. Only one shell on the team compared to the 3 of questionable plays.
Wrong side. Flip the relic. Flip the relics.
We also see a Frenzy there. I mean, Frenzy, we don't see it too much in the RSL. We've seen it back-to-back here in the SDL.
What I want to see is 5 total. Someone gotta do it. And at this point, I might just yell at my team. We see 5
teleport, 5 shell?
5 shell, 5 beads, 5 Aegis, but I don't see 5 teleports. Why is that? Because Fenrir took a kill on Andrew. Zilla is going to use the ult to confirm that. And that is Fire Giant on the side of 2P, but they might just lose it right away. As Hachime does pick up the kill on the Cupid. Ooh, X4 picks up the kill on GA Seraph. This is going to be from bad to worse. It looks like only 2 members of QP now having Fire Giants. Great call, but great. Not steal. Defense? Assault?
Arena? Good Arena?
Good Arena on the Toxic to getting 3 people down. Just removing it.
So, you know, if you can't get the Fire Giant, just get the kills instead. Works about the same. Get the free towers because they can't defend them if they're in the fountain.
I mean, that tower could have went down faster if Nuwa built 4 rings.
Yeah, 4 rings Poly would have certainly shredded that tower just a little bit quicker.
Just a little bit. I mean, with the Shogun from Ganesha. No, ADC doesn't exist. We look at the new wall. We look at the wall. We look at the Hunters doesn't do the damage. It's all the mage. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Look at that auto animation. Tell me 4 rings wouldn't be good.
She's going for it. I mean, have you seen her animation with 4 rings? It's pretty funny looking. I love it.
Look, her passive screams every 5 auto. She gets a root. If that doesn't scream ADC Nuwa, I don't know what does.
Yeah, I mean, not even Freya has a passive that, you know, buffs auto attacks like that, so.
Yeah, all I get
Nuwa
is
better
lifesteal.
ADC.
All I get is lifesteal. I could just, build mage item on Freya and it still does the same thing.
Yeah. So why don't you just build 4 ring Nuwa in your next game? You won't.
Bet. You think I won't, but I will.
You won't. You won't. I'm waiting to see it now.
As we see Mazmune, just in a pause right there with everyone. Overall, let's reel back a bit and look at the builds. We see a Magai's cloak on Sobek.
We're also about to see one on Ganesha again. Not too sure about that in my opinion, but you know.
All right, Mr. Jonesha. What's your thought on that Magi's on Ganesha? Shake once if you like it. Shake twice if you don't. All right, that's 1 shake. That's 2 shake. All right. Oh, that's 3. That's where he really doesn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting choice. You know, if you're getting locked down too much, but you really only want to see that on squishies, you know? Someone that's gonna die as soon as they got locked down that one time rather than somebody who kind of just needs to be in that fight constantly.
See, I just don't believe. I don't believe in Magi's. Actually, I just don't believe in defense. I just don't believe in just remove defense from my vocabulary. That's basically it.
I know, that's why I just run you down lane and kill you every time I see you.
Why are you so tanky? Oh wait.
Why does he have 3 hybrid items? Because it just works. Other than that, nothing too crazy on these builds here.
No thorns other than Kakolin. It only gives you 15 protections and 300 health. Not it. Actually, why did someone build? That's such a bad item. And what's the passive? Hold on, can we see the passive again? Every 70 seconds.
Yep. 70 seconds for half of a beads. Beads is 2 seconds of CC immunity. Magi's is 1.
Yeah. Mantle of Discord? People?
Mantle
Hide
of
of the
Discord?
Urchin?
Spirit
Lady?
Robe? I'd even take a spirit robe, and you barely ever see that built.
Whatever happened to Spirit Robe? It used to be a good item.
It's still good. It's just not not great.
Look, that's what they all said, but I'm
Now
gonna
E
make it work.
staff, E staff be hit. I agree with that
90,
item.
220 CC reduction. Why would you give a mage CC reduction?
No, you build it on a guardian,
No,
just like
90
that's a
power?
Sobek. Yeah,
90? Yeah. What? What? You
yeah.
can't build that on a mage.
No. Mage doesn't need the bulk anyway. They're just gonna die.
Okay, let's make the passive slowly, okay? In my best voice, whenever you damage an enemy guy with an ability, you steal 8% of their mana as well as 6% of their health. The stats remain stolen for 45 seconds. A target affected can have multiple buffs and debuffs at once. If you hit 5 people with a single ability, let's just say Scylla Crush, and they're all for some reason tanky, that's like 500 health for free.
Yeah,
Are you
even
telling
more
me
than
that's
that.
not good on like mages?
I mean, you're still gonna die because you take 2 trillion damage per hit. But it's definitely a good hybrid item if you're building like E staff with that, not E staff, warlock staff with it.
Once every 15 seconds.
Yeah, it does only proc once every 15 seconds. Gotta read the whole
Yeah,
description, not just most of it.
yeah, but it's only 15 seconds compared to Magi's Cloak, who does 70 beats. That's 120, 160, 140 CDR. Like everything else is just too long. That's a good item. People should buy E-Staff on mages. This has been sponsored by Bros. Start double stacking. Please. Help me.
Yeah, more and more stacks, more better, As we see the Hachi stacking that rage. How do you feel about rage?
I hate the item. You go crit on Concise, I hate you. Who is it? Roger Dabbit, we need to talk. We're gonna sit down and I'm gonna give you 90 reasons why crit in Concise doesn't work.
It works. It's just not efficient.
We're like, you can't just help them when it's such a bad. Look, I get it. People like crit, and they want to go on hit, so they bring the two of both worlds. It just doesn't work like that.
I mean, it's not a Shadow Steel Shuriken with no other crit. It could be worse.
Okay, that is true. That is true.
There are worse options.
I mean, hey, you're playing. You at this point, you're just playing Lady Luck every 15%.
Yeah. I might be able to get anti-heal off before I die. I might not. That's a risk some people are willing to take.
I'll take that risk.
Rose building crit? I don't think so.
I would if you
But
could just
towers
stop
don't get
building.
crit. Towers
Actually,
don't get crit. It doesn't
that's
help. Can't crit a
okay.
Titan, can't crit a Phoenix.
Okay. But here's the thing: if I build crit, I actually rotate. Think about it. I have to go to Gold Fury now. I have to go to Fire Giant. It's a foolproof way to make me not split push, only for me to still split push.
Just because you shouldn't doesn't mean you won't.
Look, here. If we have 10 new join, if 10 people join the server right now, I'll stop split pushing. We only have
Uh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 4 more, and I'll stop split pushing for the rest of the league.
that's a lot of people.
Stop. We only need 4 people left, and they could end Jay's life. Jay will love you if you join right now. This has been a PA for joining the server. You can stop the horror.
For just $5 a day, you too.
Keep going.
For only $5 a day, you too can stop a poor Asian child from split pushing.
I only just need the money. Where else can I get money? The minions? That's stealing.
That'd be bullying. Be taking
That
their
is,
lunch money. That's mean.
that is mean. I mean, you play Cerberus. All you do is spit on them. That's even more mean. You don't even kill them. You just spit on them. You
Cerberus
know?
is pretty good though. You know, he just kind of runs at you.
Do you know how much it is to just like spit on someone and just walk away without killing them?
It's not as fun as killing a full health hell that's trying to run away.
Look, I stalled for 30-second flat. I did my job.
But the only person following you is me.
Close enough. Close enough.
Support versus mid. I'll take that.
Oh, while the game is still paused, let's do some little PA. So, as everyone here, if you're new, this is a league for bronze to plat players. Right now, this is the SDL, who is the lower division. Doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they don't know the game as much compared to other players. And it just means that people are just trying to improve. This is typically bronze to low gold, I want to say, maybe like high silver. As for the RSL, definitely high silvers to like high plat. Overall, just that's pretty much Reap Smite League. Uh as for getting how to, just join the server, message one of the mods and admins, send your Smite guru to them, and we'll do the rest. We have some games coming up called the exhibition games where you can come and join and show your stuff. Currently, all teams are filled except for here and there some. But if you can show how well you do next season, you will most likely be picked up.
Yeah, we are looking to hopefully expand in the next season, take on some new players. So definitely getting yourself a little bit more known in the server will give you a much better chance of getting drafted next season if you are interested in this lower level competitive environment.
Oh yeah, who wants to draft Ruler and I? Who wants to draft a split pusher and like another split pusher? Let's be real here.
Split pusher and tank jungle, and it looks like we are finally back out of this pause. Man
Yep.
Hernandez just kind of looking in a circle real quick, making sure he knows where he is. I like it.
Yep. And it looks like not a lot is gonna happen. Oh, a gold theory is gonna be a primal theory. My bad. It's gonna be picked up from or started from the side of toxic.
We see the blink pluck from the Sobek does miss, unfortunately. Nothing too crazy here. Both teams looking for a little bit of aggression. Sobek goes in and finds the block, but they start looking at the back. Gep gets a massive 3-man ultimate. It's looking really good for questionable plays here. Fenrir is able to pick up that double kill, and it looks like things are turning the way of Toxic. Looks like, however, the Fenrir is caught out of position a little here, but he does manage to buy enough time for his team to take down that Primal Fury. Other than that, we're going to see just a little retreat here. Nothing too crazy. Just looking to disengage after that fight. A bunch of low health players on Toxic, so can't really blame them there. And let's hope they, start looking for a little bit more of something. Maybe the Pyromancer while they wait for that next Fire Giant to come up. Other than that, not seeing anything too crazy here. Both teams just, looking to get back on track to look to contest that next Fire Giant. Going on. Didn't really pay attention. Nua is quite far behind in items as she starts building there. There we go. Looks like she's going to go ahead and pick up the Soul Gem. Soul Gem, really good on Nua. If you stack all of the... Never mind. opts to instead get the Rod of Tahuti over the Soul Gem to pick up the tier 1 tiny treatment there. Soul Gem though, still a good item. Once you get all 4 stacks on it, your next ability does bonus damage, so if you have all 4 stacks ready and you ult, it does considerably more damage. Other than that, Toxic just nice and clean takes that Pyromancer there, as they did create that space and get there before questionable plays. And it looks like they're all just waiting for that fire to come up. Everybody's looking to position around it and, you know, look to make something happen off of that.
We have technical difficulties, so I'm gonna jump in with the ruler right now as we got an engage going on in the middle of this right now. Seems like Question Plays wants to put on some aggression going into this fight. Not much they can do as Nuance is gonna zone them out. You have the Cohen running at the Cupid, seeing what he can do there, but they're just gonna back down and continue on with their dances.
Yeah, Kakolin definitely the person you want to send at that Cupid. You know, he has the thorns, he has a good amount of bulk as well as damage with that Heartseeker there, so able to definitely trade with that Cupid pretty well.
Yeah, and you know, carries really hate when a warrior just runs at them full speed non-stop, so best
Yeah, and it looks like Toxic is getting the better positioning on this fire. They are in the pit while it drops, and this is enhanced fire, so this could be a huge swing for whatever team gets it. As Toxic looks to chase them down back to their tier 2, looking for a lot of aggression there. As the Geb gets pushed out to half health, and that could really give Toxic their, you know, way to either bait this fight or just go ahead and take that fire back.
Yeah, definitely, but as in half health, he still kind of dashes in, trying to see if he can get in a better position to maybe do something in his backline. His team is still far back, can't really step up as they're getting zoned out. And Toxic just to keep in position, keep in front of this fire jar, and make sure Personal Plays cannot get anywhere close to this.
Yeah, and they're not committing to it, knowing that all 5 members are up and there's a Scylla on the other team. Definitely a heads up play to say, we can't secure like they can, so we can't really go for any fire giant that's contested here.
Oh, we got it.
I'm a monster has 120 power skill. That hurts.
120% with a large base damage, as well as, you know, Scylla's building a lot of power. So.
I mean, if she comes over with a crush, that's 25% magical reduction. It looks like Sobek does go in, managing to plunk out the component, does submerge in the water, but no follow-up, and that's just going to send him to an early grave.
Yeah, and that's going to give Toxic a lot more pressure into this, as well as their wave that is slow pushing in the left lane.
Ragnarok was used, and Cupid does beads. That was a great ult from Fenrir, just using it as a tactic. As a scare tactic. Gab is in trouble here, really low, poked out, and Thor is getting trying to kill it off. The Poland is just gonna run Gab down. Gab is being forced to use his ult defensively. Ganesh is just there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's very low Gab. But the Hachi is so poked out that he's going to have to leave too, so they're not going to have a really good hit at this fire giant here.
This for Poland has just been WP so hard.
I mean, that's what I want from my solo. I want them to say, hey, look, here I am. I'm going to fight you. And do it. That W key is the best key.
It's the other way around for me. I want my support to do that. My solo laner just to sit there and be like, I'm here.
No. You got to have the trifecta of support, solo, and jungle just holding W. It's unbeatable.
It really is. Now if you have your mid laner and ADC do the same thing.
Nah, they tend to be a little bit too squishy for that. I mean, it can work.
No.
It should.
You can't be afraid. If you show fear, you die. When we see a fire giant, it does get popped. Frenzy is going to be popped to use that experiment. But not a lot of damage. Really slow. Fenrir is going to jump in, hitting the kill on not the right person. So it's going to be out of one. It's also just killed because of them.
Yeah, and it looks like this could be a deicide for Toxic here. They have the fire giant. The Nuwa rains down, getting the kill there. And all that's left is this low health Geb, and I think that they really should be able to end off of this if they want to.
No, that's game. Geb's just gonna try to recall, but they have 5 people with Fire Giant. Hachiman is full health.
Yeah, and there's still 30 seconds before team spawns. There's plenty of time to get this done.
This is game.
Yeah, and they do just go straight for that Titan, and that's exactly what they need to do. And this should be game number 2 for Toxic.
Come on, Gab, get a penta right now. I believe.
Yeah, Pentapog.
I believe. Gab, come on.
He tried. He tried.
He died.
He did his best. That is game number 2 for Toxic.
And that's just a win for Toxic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this match was played yesterday, and we just didn't have the resources to get it broadcast yesterday, so we aren't going to have anybody here for an interview.
I mean, we can get an interview. We have their coach right here.
No, we don't. Jay coaches questionable plays, right?
So that's just questionable.
Yeah, no, nobody from Toxic is currently on, I don't believe, unless somebody from the Twitch chat is on our team.
Looking at you, Herb and Cheese.
Or Mazmoon. I saw him over here earlier. Might be able to get him in here.
Oh, and unfortunately, we'll give him like 2 minutes. Overall, let's just look at this game overall. Like, great. Look, QP always had that lead, and then Toxic just stealing it right under their nose because of mid fights to late game fights.
Yeah, I mean, Toxic just seemed like they had a much more cohesive team fight. They really understood how they needed to play around those objectives, and it looks like we can get Mazmood on for an interview. I'm gonna go ahead and drag him up here.
Grab the old man here. What's up, old man Maz?
All right, I'm here.
How's it
How
going?
was your victory from yesterday?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear us? Might be having some technical difficulties in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes. All right, I'm sorry.
Cool. Perfect.
Wonderful.
How were we feeling after that set yesterday? No, I mean, a little time
Feeling
has
pretty-
passed, but still a good
Oh,
set.
Yeah, it was a good set. We've been scrimmaging a lot, so I think it's definitely improved our play.
Yeah, that's what I love to hear, you know. Getting that competitive experience is always nice before you go into these games. Now, cut Rose off a little bit there. Rose, what were you looking to say?
Oh, so I was gonna say, so we see you playing from the Persephone to the new wall, and you did like better on the new wall. So what was the idea on that Persephone?
It was just a build that I've been playing in ranked and been working out.
I see.
I'm still struggling a little bit with my positioning. That is my problem with Persephone, because you got to jump in and jump out so much with her explosions.
Yep, Flourish.
Yeah, she's definitely a little hard to play. Much higher skill cap than some of the other mids here. So definitely a lot of practice to go into that god to really make it work here. And yeah, I think the Nuwa might have just been a safer pick. Is that what you were kind of thinking, saying, all right, well,
Yeah, second
Persephone
game,
didn't
I
work
just
too
went
well.
with a better pick. Absolutely.
Went with a little bit more comfort, a little more knowledgeable there, I'm sure.
Yep, that was the plan.
I mean, so what was your strategy going into this, like winning fight? Because overall, after watching this, you guys didn't have the greatest early game.
Yeah, that seems to be a common occurrence in our games. Our late game is really good, but our early's not. Like we've been working on it, but now we've kind of trying to push it into our advantage.
So little atrocity.
Little atrocity. We love that, you know. Behind early, big late.
But we seem to be doing really good in the team fights when it's late. So like that's really what we should be playing more towards, and I think that's what we're working on.
Again, little atrocity.
Hey, Toxic. Jay gets it.
Have you ever thought of having Ruler as your coach?
Well, our what is it? We have Penny Wise right now from the other team. He's like the player coach, and the coach that was given to us on draft left. I don't know what was going on. He left when Nitro left.
I mean, I'm
I'm the
certainly
only-
willing to coach if you're looking for one. I'm always down. So if you want to hit
Well,
me
like
up,
I
I
said,
can
I'm the
definitely-
only one from the draft in the original draft right now on Toxic. So
a little bit of shuffle in there, definitely.
Look, if
Hopefully
you
you guys
ever need,
stabilize your roster.
go ahead. If you ever need a split pushing coach, you know where to hit me up. I saw it. I saw what you did. I saw that on Hachi, man. Okay, no, I'm trying to recruit people here.
they sound like cultists.
Look, I got the contract right here. I got the pen, the paper. All I need
Is
now
this
is
one
just
of
for
them
you to
signing blood contracts, Rose?
It can be if
No.
you want to. We don't. We also just take black ink.
Well, that and like 50 years of split pushing nonstop.
Yeah.
Close enough. Do you
Alright, well,
have any
that's about-
question left for any last question for Maz?
Not really, and I think that's about all the time we have. We are looking to get another game squeezed in pretty soon, so we're gonna have to go ahead and
Awesome.
hop off.
Well, great
this,
job
and
on casting, guys.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
this has been Rose and Ruler, Joel Beck behind the cam, and this was Maz, everybody that won yesterday game. Any last shout out before we cut you off?
No, just excellent job running the league, guys. It's been great since I've joined.
All right,
Thanks.
that's it, everybody. Good night, everybody.